Yo, 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 yo. What is up, everybody? So, first and foremost, welcome to the show. Today's episode, I have one of my dearest friends. This young man is a dancer, videographer, photographer, and even beginning to create his own journey and pathway while attending the LA School of Film. He is somebody who I've been able to watch grow up and turn into a brilliant and bright young man. He personally has helped me build my clothing brand up. You know, pretty much all the pictures that I have through my brand has been done with him. So this is somebody I can vouch for on a talent level, and he is just somebody that I feel that the world needs to hear more about. Please welcome to the show the great, the powerful Marcus Chavez.
Hello?
Yo, Marcus. What's cracking, brother?
What's up, big homie? What's up?
Chilling. Can you hear me good, man?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I can.
All right, cool.
So check it out, dude. First and foremost, man, it's really dope having you on the show, man, and I'm thankful that you hopped on with me.
Hey, bro, I'm stoked to be here, bro.
Fucking A, dude. First, man, how you been? Everything good, bro?
Dude, I'm cool. I'm just, trying to get my sleep back on schedule, bro. My sleep is so, screwed up. Right now, it's the middle of my day right now, and it's, midnight.
I know. I hit you up, around, I think, 2 this afternoon, and then you hit me back. I was like, yo, I was sleeping. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, dude, Quarantine Life 2020 has definitely got people on a fucking, really weird loop.
For sure. It's fucked up everything, bro. Everything.
Yeah, I mean, and I know, last time, last week, we fucking hopped on a Zoom call and shit and was, catching up a little bit.
Yeah.
But for everybody who doesn't know, please, let them know who you are. And my first question, I guess, would be, what do you got planned for the future, or what are you currently working on for 2020?
Okay. Well, my name is Marcus Chavez. I'm a videographer and I'm a dancer. I'm from San Diego, and I lived out in Ventura and Oxnard for a little while. I could do a couple projects over there, which is really cool. And then what I got planned coming up, really, is academics, bro. I'm doing a lot of school right now. I'm taking film school at the Los Angeles Film School, and it's all online, and they're teaching me a whole bunch of, ridiculously important things for me to know, especially as, a self-taught videographer. The things they're teaching me, bro, I couldn't learn on my own, and if I did, it would take so long. So, just being able to go to school again it's really helping out, my future business. And right now I have a lot of things I got, under wraps, you know what I mean? Some projects that are, real in the making. But when I'm finished school and I get, all the things they're going to send me, I'll really be able to, really get my business going and start making projects, all the time. I'm super stoked for it.
Awesome, dude. And so, are you still doing work under the name of Visual Abductions?
Yeah, so Visual Abduction is actually a videography team and photography team that I plan on putting together in the future. And what we're going to do is I want to specialize in dance video and dance film. And I really want it to be surrounded around helping dancers that are super street, don't get a lot of street cred, but have a whole lot of talent, you know what I mean? And ultimately, I want it to be a place where people like dancers and athletes and calisthenics people can come learn more about video, because I feel like video and making concept videos and stuff isn't something that a lot of dancers and athletes kind of take a second step into, you know what I mean? It's a lot of experimenting and learning, on the go, and everything is spontaneous and stuff like that. And that's cool and all, but, everyone's been asking me, how do you do this and how do you do that? And I just want to be able to answer everybody's questions in one spot.
Dope, dude. And, so for people listening, my man Marcus right here has been a huge help as far as KORPSxCollection goes. He's been my main shooter for all my fucking videos, all my fucking anything that you guys see on the Instagram or on the website itself is mostly been shot by Marcus himself. So please check him out. Like, check out his work. The young man is really dope, dude.
Thank you.
And I don't think I've ever thanked you enough for that, bro. But I really do appreciate all that help, man, that you've given me with that.
Hey, bro, you don't gotta thank me, bro. We're tight, you know. I'm always gonna be trying to help you, bro, because I fucks with the vision. You know what I mean? It's not about the thanks, bro. You help me out in ways that I can't explain, and I help you out all the time. So it's a gift.
And you know, so I had the homie Acro here on the show last time.
I heard that shit. I just got done with that shit.
Yeah, man, he gave you a shout out on there too, and
I know.
And so I think people can start to just kind of see this community that we got as dancers and as artists, you know, whether it's through videography or photography or graffiti or whatever it might be, music, you know, and that's another thing. So you're also starting to kind of get into music making as well. Is that right?
Yeah. So, I am, like I said, like I'm trying to get, you know, some things done under wraps here, in quarantine life. And part of my quarantine life is, trying to step out of my comfort zone, creative wise. And what I want to do is, and what I've been doing is, I've been trying to make some music, not so seriously, but enough for me to see if I can really get a vibe and like latch onto it, you know, passionately. And yeah, I'm doing that with music. You know, I'm trying to take more videos, different types of photos. I picked up a guitar. You know, I want to learn how to play that. I got a ukulele. I need to start getting onto. I'm trying to work out. Like right now, I'm taking time to do things that I wouldn't normally have time to pursue. But because, you know, everyone's got to stay home, I'm going to use that to my advantage.
Yes, sir. And you know, I think it's dope that you're staying, you know, artistically and creatively, you know, like expressive and experimental and overall curious, you know, during this time, because a lot of people are just kind of like, oh, I'm bored, you know.
Yeah. I see that all the time, bro. People are hitting me up that, you know, I haven't talked to you in a minute, and they're like, yo, let's hop on the Zoom call. I got nothing to do. And I'm like, bro, I mean, all right, let's do it. And then like I was on Zoom with my buddy Nick, and we were making music, and then I was on Zoom with Zariel, and we were talking about dance, and like I'm trying to stay connected with all my creative peeps. You know, I called you last week, stuff like that.
Yeah, and you know, so for people who might not also know, my man Marcus is also Killer Korps, a part of the Korps fam.
Korpsx gang.
You know what I mean? And this guy is a fucking, you know, dude, you're a really hard worker and you're super creative, man.
Thank you.
And so I've geared this season towards, you know, speaking, at least taking a moment to speak about, you know, mental health, social, emotional, you know, things that I don't think kind of get enough shine.
Right, they don't.
So what are things that you're doing these days? You know, because we've both talked about like our traumas and things that we've been through. And so what are things that you're doing these days to keep you sane, to keep you level, or maybe even kind of expand your mind a little bit, other than our dancing, music, and the photography and videography? What else do you got?
Well, I mean, so it's funny that you talk about, you know, spiritual and mental health, because up until like the start of this year, I wasn't really doing anything for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I always put that to the side, and everyone was always talking about, oh, like as dancers, or just as people, we got to be like in tune with ourselves and stuff like that. And I never really understood what that meant. I never like got to see myself and through like my different situations how I can apply mental health and stuff like that. But since I've been with my girlfriend, she's been doing a lot of like spiritual stuff. She does a lot of healing. She talks a lot about, you know, being in tune with the earth. And I really think that's what's been helping me, is like appreciating the earth a little bit more. You know what I mean? And drinking more. I'm doing a lot of drinking of water and stuff like that. I I go outside and I'll take like a deep breath of air. I was listening to this thing about like you can recharge your energy by standing just in the grass. Like stuff like that is like, it's crazy how like that kind of stuff sounds so minimal, and almost like skeptical about stuff like that, but it really does make a difference. And then another thing is that I'm doing is, I'm trying not to get frustrated when I get unmotivated. And that's something that I've always like struggled with, is that when I'm like trying to do something and I start to get frustrated, or I'm like, bro, like I'm not getting it, I'll quit and I'll be like, you know what, I'm just gonna drop it altogether. But what I've been doing in this quarantine is like, if I'm stuck on a track I'm trying to make, or like a video I'm editing isn't coming out right, I'll just take a deep breath and I'll step away from the computer and I'll go do something else. And then, I'll come back later to it with like fresh eyes, you know what I mean? And it makes a difference, you know what I mean? Not getting frustrated, not keeping your headspace clouded with all this negativity, you know what I mean? And self, negativity about just being a person in general.
Yeah,
And
'cause
then
I feel like, especially as creatives, bro, like there is definitely that space that we hit where we hit that, writer's block, choreo block,
yeah.
music block, whatever it is, and it's frustrating. But
Oh, dude, yeah, it's a killer. It's a killer, bro. But I definitely been working on that a lot. It's just, don't get frustrated. Step away from whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? And then another thing is I've been working on my ego. Actually, I've been like trying to be more humble. I feel like it's really easy to say, "Oh yeah, we're humble" and stuff like that. And I'm trying to move with intent, and I'm trying to make sure that everything I do, I mean, and I'm not throwing false words into the atmosphere or anything like that. Like, I really want to mean what I say, and I'm trying not to think I know everything, because I've been reflecting about how often I've been dancing and stuff like that, and it's easy for someone in my position to be like, "Oh yeah, I've been dancing for 7 years. I know exactly what's cool, what's not cool, and stuff like that." But being more spiritual and open-minded, really, it makes me step back from that too. And it's like, you know what, I have been dancing for a certain amount of years, and like I do have a style that I like, and I like this kind of music and stuff, but I'm trying to be, like I said, more open-minded ultimately, and just and not put anything down or judge anything before I really like, take another step into it.
Yeah, especially, dude, like you said a pretty big mouthful with that one, man. With the whole, I've even myself, you know what I mean? Like, I reached a certain level of notoriety, especially in Oxnard, once I started getting into Krump and started moving, and was like, I started pushing the scene a little bit in that direction.
Definitely, yeah.
And but I had like, there was definitely a moment where it was like, yeah, I'm like, I run this bitch when it comes to Krump. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and as much as it might be true or not true, like I've had to reteach myself, like, all that shit can go away in a matter of a blink of an eye. You know what I mean? Like, I could wrap my car around a telephone pole and be paralyzed, and I could never dance ever again. You know what I mean? So just having that humility of like, dude, this dance isn't mine. I belong to the dance type of feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get you.
And dude, the one that I wanna kind of dive a little bit and unbox a little bit is how you said about, putting false words into the atmosphere. You know what I mean? So how do you feel that your words, like your spoken words, how do you feel that they affect you, or how they affect other people? Like, do you believe in positive affirmations and things like that?
I definitely believe in that shit, bro. Like, big time. And what I mean by like false statements and stuff like that is, like I said, moving with intent, speaking with intent. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to fake hype any of my homies. You know what I mean? Like, I know a dude that's writing a book right now, and he's been texting me a lot about it. And at first I was like, oh yeah, bro, that's real cool. I really fuck with it. And then over time, he's like adding more to the book, and I'm like, oh man, like it's getting kind of hard to keep up with this guy. But I'm going to continue to tell him it's tight, even though I haven't really like flipped a page into what he's saying. And, it makes me feel like, you know what, like I know people are really supporting me and people are really preying on my success. And I want to give back to those kinds of people, the same like hardworking people, you know what I mean? And I just want to make sure that when I tell somebody like, hey bro, I really fuck with you, or, you and me we're real tight, I want them to know it in their heads. You know what I mean? Like you and me, we don't speak every single day because we're busy, but and I know that we fuck with each other like real heavy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, like, just even hopping on this podcast, I just hit you up. I was like, "Yo, you want to do the podcast?" You're like,
Right.
"Yeah," and it's just like that, and it's never a missed beat,
Yeah.
Whenever we like, that's how I know, and I want to make sure I say that to you too, man. Like, I love you, man, and you're a really fucking good friend, bro.
Thank you.
Like, I even put that on Twitter
I know, I
earlier.
saw
Like,
that shit, bro. Big ups, bro. Real love, real love.
yeah, man, love you guys, man, and this was talking about with Sherwin is just too motherfucking short. Life is too short, and we need to be, supporting our homies in every single aspect that we can. Whether that support comes in different forms.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna always support my homies, but I'm gonna tell them when their shit's whack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not because I want to hurt their feelings, but because I know that they could do better. I know their potential. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. Like you've done that with me, and it's like it's just you got to be able to take some constructive criticism. You know what I mean? Like I've sent you a track, and you've been like, "Hey, bro, like you should work on this," or this was kind of missing, and I never took that the wrong way. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take your advice over anybody's. You're a Krump dancer. You feel me? If I'm making a Krump track, I want that shit to move you, and if it's not moving you, something's wrong. And I need that kind of like feedback, and I need that kind of friendship to be able to continue in my successes. You know what I mean?
Of course, bro. I fucking see, man. More people, and I hope everybody who's listening, like, this is the value of friendships, and this is the value of having good people around you, man. Because just hearing that shit makes me want to, like, it makes me want to do more for you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because if you're trying to put down a track and it's like, yo, this shit's got to move my man's, then when I'm listening to your shit, I'm like trying to dive in. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to dive in this track right now because there's been so much, because everything that I've watched you make, whether it's been, the pictures or videos, whatever it is, like you put so much thought and care into it. So it's like, damn, bro, like, like there's got to be some kind of reciprocation on my end. You know what I mean? Like,
I can
and
get
I
that.
feel like that's. I feel like that's I feel like that's the exchange of a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you put in this love, I need to put in that love too because the feeling needs to be mutual.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Bro. So another thing that I wanted, and this is for you. You know what I mean? And I really want you to take your moment for this. Is what 10 years down the road, what are some of your goals? What are these things that you want to achieve?
Damn, 10 years. So in 10 years, what I really want to be doing is I really want to be making videos seriously, obviously, right? But it's kind of hard for me to answer that question just because right now is my experimental phase. You know what I mean? Like if you had asked me a month ago what I wanted to do, I would have told you, oh yeah, I want to make videos, I want to be dancing, this and that. But now that I'm like experimenting with all these different art forms, I don't know yet. I'm kind of taking a step back with my open mindedness that I have now, and thinking like, where do I really want to be in 10 years? You know what I mean? Definitely want to do something with film. I'm gonna get my degree in 2 years. And then once I have that, it'll open even more doors with me. You know what I mean? And I haven't even finished my film class. So I could be picking up something in the next week or two that I'm like, damn, I didn't even know I wanted to do that. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but I definitely want to be in Cali. You know what I mean? Cali's where it's at for me. And I definitely want to be doing something with film, bro. I want to be helping people. I want to have projects done with dancers that I'd never thought I'd collaborate with. I want to reconnect with some old people that I used to have in life. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like I just want to be open minded. Definitely want to be open
And
minded.
that's fucking dope, bro. Because I've been telling people lately, like, and like I went through my breakup and that shit was rough.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And you know, and again, that's something I don't think I've ever thanked you enough for, was being there for me and just being somebody that I can vent to and talk to and kind of just lean on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. No, I mean
But
it's mutual, bro. Like I've definitely ranted to you, and you've listened to my stupid high questions, and you answer them. You know what I mean? And then you wait for my videos to come out. I'll tell you like, hey, bro, I'll have this video done for you by the end of the week, and life happens, and you get the video a month later, and I don't get no hate from you about it, bro. Like it's a good bond we got going, bro.
yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of it's just patience with each other. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like as we get older, you know what I mean? Like, I look back, and when I was 16 and 17, I was just so impatient with my friends. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted shit done right
No,
now,
I
and I
feel
need to get
that.
it, fast. Like, god damn it, motherfucker! Like,
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just being patient with each other, understanding the craft, and for me, especially, when you're making a video, bro, it's like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, if I felt I could do this better than you or faster than you or whatever, I would have done it my fucking self.
Mhm.
But no, this man knows what he's doing. It's gonna be high quality. So let him do what he's got to do. If that fucking cookie's got to bake a little bit more, then goddamn it, it's gonna bake a little bit more. And I just need to be patient. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so going back, is I like that, because it also ties into what you were saying. Like, you're being patient with yourself. You know what I mean? As far as what your goals are in life. And I've been telling people, like, I'm trying to be so patient with myself. I'm living my life in 8-hour increments.
Mm.
I sleep for 8 hours. I wake up. I go to work for 8 hours. I get off. There's 8 hours left for me to do some other shit and jerk off and eat food and chill with my son. And repeat. 8 hours sleeping, 8 hours working, 8 hours chilling. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I just 8 hours. That's all. So now people ask me, what's your 5-year plan? Motherfucker, 8 hours. I only got 8 hours I worry about.
Mhm.
These 8 hours in front of me. So that's really dope, man, because I feel like a big thing right now with mental health, especially during quarantine, is we always get caught up into what's next. What am I doing tomorrow? What am I doing? Da 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 da. And it's so stressful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And right now we have all the time to sit down and think, and just kind of fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be like, fuck
Like
it.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Is like I've got 24 hours to waste. You know what I mean? So I'll pick up the guitar and I'll waste a couple hours on the guitar and see if I fuck around and pick up a passion for the guitar. Like maybe I'll try to bake a fucking cake. You know what I mean? Like I just don't want to be sitting. I don't want to be sitting around doing nothing for 24 hours. You know what I mean? Like that's a whole day.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we don't get them back. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We don't get them back. Oh man, fucking A, dude. So I mean, goddamn, Marcus, it's good fucking talking to you, bro. Goddamn, I fucking miss you,
Hey, I
bro.
miss you. Hey, we'll
Jesus.
hop on another Zoom call.
Yeah, we definitely got to do that soon. And matter of fact, I just found out that I got a cousin living down in San Diego right
No way.
now, and so that gives me even more reason to go down there soon.
Mm-hmm.
Just with the quarantine, man. It's just fucking like, it's scary traveling.
Oh yeah,
and I'm always with Elijah and shit, so it's like, fuck.
you got a little your clan of two.
Yeah, how did they say it in The Hangover? He's like, my 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 wolf pack's been turned into two. Like, oh
But
shit.
now, hey, bouncing off of what you said about being impatient, I totally get you. I can't even finish the Clone Wars, bro. I want to jump to fucking Revenge of the Sith. You know what I mean? Like, but it's all about like the story. You know what I mean? If I jump to Revenge of the Sith, bro, I'd miss all that young Anakin, all that young Obi-Wan, all those times kicking ass. You know what I mean? Like, and that shit's like, it's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, if I was trying to jump from video to video and I never tried to reflect on anything ever, my videos would get boring. They'd be the same. You know what I mean? Same thing with like working out. If I did the same workout for years, my body's gonna adapt. It's not gonna grow. You know what I mean? So it's times like this where like the world forces everyone to stop and like you know stop on the phone. You know, I wonder how many people that scroll Instagram all day long are getting tired of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and screen time. I even did a thing about screen time slaves
Mm-hmm.
on the podcast where it's like, before this, I know people who are spending 3, 4, 5 hours on Instagram just fucking scrolling. You know what I mean? Just scrolling. And so I can only imagine what it's like now. And it's just got to be like, you know, to me, I'm a firm believer that in boredom is when our creativity kicks in high gear. It's highest
Mm-hmm.
gears. And so it's like, in this boredom, like, dude, are you being fucking creative? Like, what? Because you gotta be getting bored. You gotta get sick of this shit.
Right.
You gotta get sick of it. Like, there's only so much Instagram you can take in one day. Like, that's why I've really been going hard on the fucking podcast here recently. Like, trying to do like at least one episode a day, or every other day at least. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's tight. And it's like it's not like, you know, it's brain stimulating. You know what I mean? Talking to people.
Yeah, I mean, and I've said this a few times now. I'm interviewing some of my closest friends, people that inspire me, people who I look up to. All of you guys, the whole Corpse fam, fucking inspires me. You guys already know that. I tell you guys
Mm-hmm.
that. And I've had the chance to interview Beast. I've had a chance to interview Curtis again. I've had the chance to interview fucking Jay Stryker,
Mm-hmm.
somebody who I really look up to in Krump. And it's like it's fun for me, and it's stimulating for me. So I hope the audience gets that too. If not, fuck it, whatever. But I do it because it makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? That's I know that was one thing I wanted to talk to you about. So we talk about it a lot, but I want to at least take a couple minutes to talk about some shit. Is what conspiracy theories are you on right now? Like, what's got your attention?
Big oof. Okay, so something that's damn. Okay, oof. All right. So look, this is what I got going on, bro. So
Yeah, we going there right now, dog. We going there right
so
now.
what I've been on lately is that this coronavirus. Yes, people are dying. Yes, people are getting sick. I'm not saying they're not. What I'm saying is that the coronavirus is like number 2 to the government right now, and what they're doing is they're actually using it as a cover to open all these like what are they called, enclosed indictments and all this stuff like this, bro. Like, what I'm saying is that there's people with all these arrest charges that haven't been taken in for anything in those envelopes. And right now, like, if you see a celebrity getting sick, when I hear like, oh, Tom Hanks is getting sick, right? He has the coronavirus. I'm thinking, okay, is he actually sick, or are they taking him into custody because he's got some shit under the table that he's got his hands in? You know what I mean? That's the conspiracy I'm on right now.
Yeah, now that is I think we did talk about that a little bit on the Zoom call,
Mm-hmm.
and I do fuck with that because everybody was talking about Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
And that story wasn't dying like I think the media thought it would. And then you had Harvey Weinstein, and that story didn't die like people thought it would. And then, I heard something along the lines of Oprah Winfrey.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And she had a property out in Florida get raided, and there's all kinds of shit. And then, you had Tom Hanks, and, he was like in Australia or some shit. And there's like a weird like extradition law. I kind of looked into it a little bit, and there is some extradition laws where you can be safe out there if you're wanted by the U.S. government. And plus they had a complete lockdown for a minute of travel. Like, there was no planes in or out.
Dang.
Yeah, matter of fact, Yaya got stuck out there for a little bit. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So I was like, well, she's out there. She's stuck. What about Tom Hanks? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of starting to fucking scratch my head here. I don't know. Now this one goes a little higher on the political scale, though. Now this is a rabbit hole. Is there was some senators. I think one was from like North Carolina. One was like from South Carolina. and I think the other was like Georgia or some shit. But they got busted on insider trading with the stock market, and it also, I guess, they had undisclosed information about coronavirus. And was like, because at that point the U.S. was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. The CDC and the World Health Organization was like, yo, this isn't a big deal. Don't worry about it. Don't trip. But then they were like, secretly, they're like, yo, this is going to be fucked up. We need to sell our stocks because this shit's about to shut down the economy. So do it now. And then so that happened. And then there was like McDonald's CEO stepped down.
All the CEOs, bro. All of them. See,
so what do you think the end game is?
I mean, I think the end game ultimately, okay, we're talking conspiracy. So I think the end game is that what I'm hearing is supposedly you've got these like white hats, right? You've got these government officials that are all about good government. They're all about, oh yeah, like, anything you could ever want with the government. But if I remember, the white hats are good. I can't remember. But what I'm saying is the end game is that they're just trying to get all these corrupted government officials, all these like corrupted policemen, all those corrupted farmers, stuff like that. People who just are not good for the world's health and humanity itself. They're trying to get rid of those people. So what I'm seeing in the future is just a bunch of corrupt-free government. Ultimately,
yeah, I'm interested. I am interested because I have heard some different conspiracy theories on it. And I just don't know what side of the nickel we're on here.
Yeah.
Like, who's good and bad, and who's deciding.
Exactly, and I think that's exactly what we're in right now. Is we're seeing it unveil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even if people pull the conspiracy theory out of it, like, all of us cannot deny that, something like a pandemic like this was bound to happen. I mean, there's a gang of fucking human beings out here. Like our dumbasses think that not using straws is going to save the ocean. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how this goes.
Me too.
But that is, yeah. So we'll go down that rabbit hole a little bit later, man. Maybe hop on another one and have a whole episode for just our conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah. I'll get my girlfriend involved because she's big on them too, bro. She pulled me in, and I was like, I don't know, because they were predicting things. I was like, I don't know, and then some things started happening, and I was like, maybe, you know what I mean? So
yeah. So if anything, bro, we will set up an episode for that because that actually sounds pretty fun. And with Anchor, so people who don't know, I use Anchor. Anchor is a fucking amazing app. And dude, so what I could do is I could send you guys a link in like a group message, and then you guys can both access it from your phones, and so it'll be like a group call, like a 3-way call. Dude, I did that shit with the Beast Camp, and there was like 6 of us on here, bro. That shit was lit. It was fucking lit, dude. But we talked about that a little bit too. So I've been asking a lot of people, but we'll definitely set that up.
You got me sweating over here talking about this shit on your podcast, bro. Got me sweating.
Well, everything's allegedly.
Yeah,
Everything
allegedly.
is
Alleged, yes.
Yeah, everything. Full disclosure, everything's allegedly. I'm not making, official statements here.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Dead fucking ass. But dude, listen, man, we're coming here to the end, and I give every guest their chance to drop a gem, give your writing on the wall. What's your final statement that you want to give to the people?
My final statement, bro. I think my final statement is going to be to understand that everyone can be creative. You know what I mean? I think everyone has the ability to create something. Even the most boring people can come up with something. You know what I mean? And I think that everyone right now should take the time to try to figure that out. Like, you have the next month and a half to yourself, bro. People have so many hours to do nothing. And I think instead of doing nothing, they should find something, bro. Bake a cake, clean your car, take a different way home. You know, things like that are creative. I definitely believe that.
Dude, that's a big one. Even, you know, Sherwin talked about that too, like taking a different route home from work. I literally just did that for this podcast.
Oh yeah, I
right now,
definitely
bro.
believe
I
in
literally just did that.
that.
Oh man. Hey, dude, let everybody know where they can find you on social media and stuff so they can follow you.
Okay, on Instagram, my name is Marcus. It's XMVRCUS. You can see that's like my personal Instagram. That's just some things I throw up. But if you're trying to see the videos that me and Korps have been working on, I know he's got a couple on his KORPSxCollection page. And if you go to my tagged posts on Instagram, that's where like everything is. I also got this Krump track I just put out. It's pretty tight. It's called Beyond the Grave. You can catch it on SoundCloud. The link is in my bio. And I'm trying to think what else. And then as far as more videos to come, bro. Follow me on Instagram if you're trying to see more videos. If you want to be in a video, if you want to be in a music video, or you're trying to think about how can I get into videography or photography or other stuff like that, or you're trying to work with some resources and want to find resources, don't be afraid to hit me up. I always answer everybody back because I want people to answer me back.
Because you're a real ass motherfucker. That's why. Hey, man. Thank you for being on
no
the show,
problem. Thanks for
bro.
having me, bro.
All right. And everybody else, listen, I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe. Stay motivated. All right. Bang, bang.